Harshit, what was your prediction for KKR score in the first innings?
Can't seem to recall. You remember?
171 was it?
I don't know.
It
We'll
was
have
one
to check.
What's the score?
Okay, you can't answer that question. I have another question. Harshit, how's the Josh?
Not too high. Not too high. For obvious reasons. Not too high. Rather low.
Yeah.
No, I mean, the writing was on the wall to
Not-
begin with.
Not this kind of a total.
No one was
Yeah,
expecting
not
this.
this kind of a total, I agree. In fact, I mean, to be honest, I predicted the highest, that too after a
Coaxing.
bit of,
Insistence.
push and a nudge from you guys, saying like
You went from
that's
175 to 25 to 10.
199.
199.
No, then he
200
changed
plus.
and then he was settling for 175 and then I think it went over to
272 is what Kolkata Knight Riders have got, very close to be breaching the highest ever score in T20 cricket.
We were one Ishan Sharma Yorker away from doing it.
Oh.
Yeah, and imagine, I mean, what are the chances? You know, you're in the 17th season, doesn't happen in 17th season, it comes in the 17th season, the highest ever score, and guess what? Within a few games,
3 or 4 matches
you
later, it
are
was.
going to have that record break. Unbelievable hitting that we've just witnessed from Kolkata Knight Riders. I think Shreyas Iyer was being too nice when he said at the toss.
Yeah, it's a
It
belter.
seems like a belter. Oh boy, was it a belter. They won the toss, chose to bat. Now you know why, it makes sense. Put up as many runs as you can, which now is, funnily enough, 270.
The second highest total in the history of the IPL?
Yeah,
My
incredible,
God.
incredible batting. I don't know where to start, whether it was Sunil Narine, you thought, wow, what a start. Then a youngster like Raghuvanshi steps up, we were all surprised. Batting at number 3, you have such a good batting lineup. You're sending someone like a Raghuvanshi up. Russell for a change comes up higher in the order. Of course, dictated by the situation.
Correct.
Thank God they take that. Comes to the party. Shreyas Iyer, a few good hits in that limited stay that he had, but that's exactly how he needed to bat. That 638, the sound from the bat, incredible. And then Rinku Singh doing what he does best. Just an 8-ball stay in a game that has seen about 40 odd hits to the boundary. Probably hits the best 6 of the match. I think that one-handed 6 of an unbeaten okay. In the 8 deliveries that he faces, yet manages to hit the best 6 of the match, despite so many 6s
18
and 4s
sixes in total.
being hit. No, about 40 hits to the boundary,
Yeah,
and to
and-
be able to hit the best boundary in that 8 deliveries. Outstanding effort. And what do I say? And then the Yorker.
That, you know,
Too many highlights. I
in-
don't know what to say.
it was 14 required in the final over to break that record.
And just FYI guys, no, we're not making any mistakes. KKR were not chasing.
No.
They were chasing a record total.
Yeah, they were, but only 14 required. That first delivery, 145 clicks.
44.
144. It was so good that Russell was applauding it.
Appreciated. You know, Ishant.
But my
It
God,
was-
this was tone set by Narayan, who I don't know what it is that Gautam Gambhir has done to him. I have no idea. I'd love to know what it is he said, because I think all of us would want that kind of motivation, that we can go from here to here in no time. And by the way, today Narayan, again, he plays 1 gear, he'll play 6th gear. At one point when he had gotten 65 runs, he had hit 6 4s and 6 6s. Do that math, that means 6 4s are 24, 6 6s are 36. That's 60 runs out of the 65 that he had scored in boundaries. He was going blazing. He made everyone look ordinary. Raghuvanshi, I feel bad for Ankush Raghuvanshi. Not debut match, but debut innings. You've gone and hit a 50. Strike rate of 200. And you're not the most talked about player here, by the way.
Will not be.
It will
Sunil
not
Narayan.
be a game that his first innings in IPL with
Is
the bat
anyone
will
is
be-
going to
Maybe
remember?
Rinku's 28 will be more talked about than
26.
Raghuvanshi's 54, because at 325 strike rate.
Mad batting.
But I must thank the KKR captain. It's him promoting himself, I would say, deciding to come out to bat, that the 277 mark hasn't been breached. Otherwise, it would have been.
That was I was.
But again,
Because
I would ask a question. In 13th over, when
I think the situation demanded for the
Russell
more
was
explosive
there,
batters to be
you
there.
should have sent Rinku.
And just
I know,
imagine
but-
if any
but
of
Shreyas
these
is
guys.
No, but Shreyas is an attacking batter too. I mean, it's not
His
that
strike
he can
rate on the
up
day,
with a
look
bat.
at it. I think he's the
163, yeah, that's
Yeah,
not bad.
Only
but that's
second-
hindsight.
second lowest.
Oh.
on
But
the day.
second lowest of 163,
Yeah.
you're taking that.
I mean,
See,
it's
again, it was the situation. The situation demanded an explosive batter like a Rinku to win out there. Again, he plays only 8 balls, gives you what, 26, 28. But imagine if Rinku had more balls, let's say another, I think of 10, 11 that Shreyas played, imagine if he had 3, 4 more, you just need 1 more ball to be able to breach the target.
But as a captain, that's his role, right? He would also back himself. He's an aggressive batter.
And that
He
one
backed
six-
himself. I know it didn't quite turn out that way. We're looking at it in hindsight, but I'm sure when he also went out, he said, "I'm also going to tonk it." I don't think at that time would have had this in my mind that I have to get some runs.
No.
It would have been
no, I'm not questioning the mind. I'm just
But
saying,
I
knowing
also think, that was a perfect time
knowing
to
that
send
there's
Rinku
more
because
fire-
Russell was
if-
there. Russell Rinku.
But if Shreyas Iyer is thinking that he's got more firepower in his arsenal than Rinku, then he's mistaken.
Yeah, but again, he's also an India player who's been known to be an aggressive white ball player. I mean, he was an all-format player, not quite turned out. I don't know whether he will consider himself like that. Yeah, maybe on the outside you could say. I'm sure he's a captain also. I'm sure he considers himself as, a batter capable enough to score.
I'm not questioning his credentials to hit the ball. Yes, of course he can. You don't get to 160 strike rate otherwise. But I think the situation demanded, and again, you had to go for the jugular, let's say, and going in with
You would,
Rinku.
as a Delhi fan, rather have.
I'm saying anyone. The situation from cricketing logic, let's say, if you've got somebody like a Rinku, Ramandeep, firepower, and you're looking to push the total as much as possible, the idea wasn't consolidation at that point.
But he didn't consolidate. That's my point. I would have had a problem if he got, say, 18 or 14 balls. Then I'd say total waste. But 18 of 11 balls got out playing an attacking shot. I'll take it. Because it's not like this is the difference between, say, 180 and 200. Yeah. It's the difference between 270 and 280.
And also, let's say it was a situation where you had, let's say, 15 and over chasing. Then I would have still thought, maybe now Rinku would have been better. I guess in that situation, he also backed himself saying, I'm a big batter. I'm a big name.
Yeah.
I'll show them. Got hit. Anyway, Saransh.
I was just saying the platform was said it was 14th over, KKR were 173 for 3 when Shreyas came in. Rinku and Russell would have damaged more, I think.
But you're saying that in hindsight, now Saransh.
Being a captain, I should have shown more faith in my youngsters and my
No, but Rinku is not that guy. See, you've kept Rinku actually for the guy to finish off games in that sense, right? You're still in the 14th over. There is no role then for Shreyas in this game.
The only time I want to see Rinku sing.
See, like you send somebody like Venkatesh Iyer. After the more explosive batters are done batting, it would have made sense for Shreyas to then walk in. I think because Delhi were way behind in the game then, the shoulders were down, bowlers were dispirited, bowling was all over the place. You want to be maximizing, let's say, in that sense, in those circumstances. And that's when this would have then been a cakewalk for, it was batting paradise anyway. And this is exactly what murderers like Rinku and Russell would want.
They're not literally
murderers. Ball murderers. But
they would.
Platform.
But it's funny that there's a game where we're discussing the second highest score ever, and we're discussing how could they have maximized that.
We're cherry picking.
Yeah,
how
right.
could they have
It was only 1 ball away, and if Rinku would have gotten 2-3 more balls, then I think it would have begun.
But again, as I say, that's something that won't matter to me in the slightest if they win.
What do you mean if they win?
I'm not that arrogant either.
If they win. Well, I mean, Mumbai did run SRH.
They did, that's what I'm
There's
saying.
a situation where they could have. But.
There's a difference. Only 5 titles.
I'm not saying it.
There's only 5 titles
Okay,
separating.
no, we don't want to talk about Delhi. Go ahead. Give us something. Whatever your analysis.
My
30,
only
60,
analysis,
60
I think,
seconds, 1 minute and a half.
I think my only takeaway is from an Indian cricketing point of view, because there's only not much you can say from a Delhi standpoint. One is, I don't know how somebody who's walking into, or is in the twilight of his career, somebody like a Nishant Sharma can hit 144 clicks and produce that Yorker. The other, Shreyas Iyer remains susceptible to the short ball. I think those are the only 2 things from an Indian cricket perspective that I've learned. The other thing being, again, a reaffirmation coming in from Rinku that you have to find another way of including him in the 11 for the T20 World Cup. There is nothing more that I've learned. The other thing that I can possibly learn from this match, because DC are to walk out to bat in a couple of moments from now, is if there's a 50-60 odd runs there that come from Rishabh Pant's bat today. That also tells me a thing or two. Otherwise, nothing really that you learned from the Delhi Capitals. And
No, I want some Delhi Capital analysis. Before the game, you had rattled off all the records that they've done so well against Kolkata, this and that. It's clearly gone, completely one way. What has happened? I want to know. What is
three
the analysis?
factors. I look at it, there are three factors that led to this kind of a score. One, a maverick sort of a once in 6 seasons kind of a knock, let's say from Sunil Narine, the man who doesn't even get to 150 runs the entire season, scores more than 50% of those runs in one inning. So his stay was more than usual, let's say. So a maverick innings over there. Second, I think the absence of a Kuldeep and a Mukesh, both it being a beleaguered bowling lineup, also didn't help you much. Third, of course, was the fact that I think it was the start that Delhi got, that over from Ishant and Khalil. I think you sensed early signs in that over from Khalil that Delhi are in for a tough time with the ball, and yeah, the fact that it was a beleaguered bowling attack, things only compounded once Narine hit 7th gear.
Also, one of the problems I think for Delhi was that they couldn't use or didn't use probably one of their better bowlers in Akshar Patel. Why? Because KKR always had a left-hander out there. They tried him and Sunil Narine made mincemeat out of him.
2 overs from Akshar.
No, one over 18 runs.
Because
You're not going to bowl him after that.
Narine.
I also have to point out that was some pretty ordinary captaincy from Rishabh Pant. Not taking
What
not
could he have
taking
done
two-
different?
Not taking 2 reviews. Even Mitchell Marsh was there. Salam was saying that was sound. That was he denied. In the Hindi feed, I've seen Ricky Ponting talking to Rishabh Pant after just in the second strategic timeout and telling him about fielding placement, and the look of their talking, he was telling him some sort of that was an edge. You should have taken your reviews. You could have taken one of Narine if he would have taken earlier, and then of
Ankush, I think.
No, it was just two.
There was another.
That was Russell, I think.
That was, I think, Russell.
Second. Rafiq Salam was, persuading him, please take this. And Rishabh said, no, there's no son. But there was.
Actually, it wasn't Russell, no, it was Shreyas Iyer. Early on, he went for one of those slashes. Yeah, I think it was Iyer. Yeah, I think it was Iyer. The second review. The first one was Narine early in his innings, and they didn't go for the
They
review.
went, but I think the time was up.
They took too long deciding.
He was still high.
Yeah.
Should I take it?
They
And then
went, but time was up. It was late. Yeah, it was late, but that's also.
I think it was one of those days when
a mistake.
whatever step KKR has taken, that has given them results and everything worked. Sending Ankush at number 3, then promoting Russell and everything. So I think, and Narine staying back for that long, that even we would expect Russell to stay that long.
Okay, let's take a few quick comments. I'm sure there'll be plenty today. No, I'm waiting. Acha, he wants us to take that, not the ones, the poor guys who have. Okay.
Sadhusman.
He wants everyone who's watching to give us a lot of likes. I endorse that. But yeah.
Much better.
Okay, Mehraj rules.
Still backing super over or DC win. 110 in 6 overs.
Super over.
Mehraj, don't be gire to be tang upar. Don't be. Huh? Accept it, move on, learn from Harshit.
And by the way, KKR have brought on their sub. It is in fact Weber Vadora. Obviously, because this is not a slowing pitch at all. Bringing on Suyash would have been a disaster. Rakesh Bhushan with his comment says it's a belter for KKR and now it's all helter-skelter for Delhi. High time Ponting quit before he's chucked out.
Completely agree. No, but to be honest, I don't know, in this corporate world, any other coach would have been chucked out long before.
I mean, he was chucked out, by the way, after winning 3 games and losing 3 games as MI captain. That's how ruthless they were. And was it a decision that paid dividends? Was it? They brought in Rohit Sharma, who led them to their first IPL title that year and 4 thereafter. Ponting has been coasting on this job for years now. I just don't understand it. It's like rewarding failure at this point.
Completely agree. Completely.
Tanish Kaul says some burn all for Harshit.
Please send some.
Please.
They will put the address in the comment section.
No, you don't need to.
Tanishq.
You don't really
Yeah.
need to.
You can Google it.
Exactly.
Pradeep is saying, Harshit, what if Rishabh Pant wins this from here?
Rishabh Pant for T20 World Cup.
Yeah, that's the trend. That's all I can say.
Rishabh Pant.
Then the
They can
convers.
say that, huh?
Then the conversation about Rishabh Pant. See, it's already happening. In fact, and as I said, if there's one takeaway from here, it has to be Rishabh Pant from Delhi's batting. Let's say, even a 50-60, by the way, is good enough. Forget winning or even getting close to the total. If that happens, it's a bonus. But just that this becomes an opportunity for Rishabh Pant, and if he comes out to bat at number 3, to be making his mark.
Daniel M from Australia, clearly an Aussie fan, asking, why not Jake Fraser-McGurk and Marsh as captain? I mean, it's too early to be calling for Pant's head.
Yeah.
But I agree that Jake Fraser-McGurk, they need to try and fit him somehow.
The only, again, as we were saying in the preview show as well, the only way that happens is if Stubbs is to have another awful game. He's already had a pair of them. But if it's a third in succession, because McGurk, with the reputation that he comes in with, being a big hitter and all, maybe Delhi are looking at a change then. If not after this match, certainly after the next one.
See, with Fraser-McGurk, you also have the advantage. He gives you leg break bowling. That's rare. A hard hitter and someone who gives you leg breaks. Yeesh. Very rare combination.
Yeah.
Go down. There is one more.
Anybody
We've taken that.
who has
Oh.
a prediction or anything? Or should we start the post-match show now? Or wait for the,
Maybe we should.
Well, let's respectively wait for 118 more balls.
Or not do it at all.
why not?
No.
We should at least.
Post show will be fun. Okay. See you guys. We would have loved to have carried on, but you know what? Post show.
That's where we can really carry on.
Yeah, we will. Lots to talk about in this innings and the one that will unfold now. I
Then?
think maybe a Ricky Bowie and maybe.
No, Ricky.
We'll talk about after the game.
You
Bye,
definitely need a strike rate at the moment.
We'll have
Yes,
enough
Matt.
time to pull his leg after the game. Bye. Take care. See you.